back, my lovely friends. Welcome to the channel. Even if you're just tuning in or if you've been with me through the Disneyverse, I'm so happy that you're here. Today we are gonna be discussing about Frozen and not just the animated Disney version, but the musical. I don't know if you guys heard, but a few months ago, Disney just dropped their fully filmed Frozen Broadway musical. And that got me thinking, what is better, the musical version or the animated version? So that's what we're gonna do today. Join me as I watch both Frozen Broadway and animated, and I will compare and contrast them. So without further ado, let's just fly into it. So, in order to start watching, of course, get popcorn, because no one can watch a movie without popcorn. Or I guess they can. It'll just be hard. I know it's hard for me. So, we got the bowl. That is my bowl of popcorn. This looks actually pretty satisfying. And before we watch it, we got our popcorn. But I'm not dressed for the occasion. Bippity, boppity, boo. There we go. So, as you can see, this is a Lion King shirt, not a Frozen t-shirt. My ears, I don't have Frozen ears. I know, what a shame of me. But, I have blue ones. So, yeah. Since this is a comparing video, I will be writing down notes of what I think about the musical, like how the songs change, how the characters are different from the movie, and then after watching the musical, I'm gonna watch Frozen, and I will not watch Frozen 2 only because I don't see it's fair to compare Frozen 2 with the Frozen musical, because that's a whole different plot. And yeah, so got my notebook and my color coding pens, because you gotta put some pizzazz in your writing. So yeah, let's just get started and watch it. Before we get started, I don't want to get demonetized or copyrighted by using any of the music or the dialogue from the musical. So I'm going to end this video. I'm going to end this clip here. And the next time you guys will see me, I will be done watching the musical. And yeah. See you on the other side. Oh my gosh. What? I did not expect that. That was amazing. I loved it so much. Oh my gosh. I gotta see it live now. Now I'm gonna watch Frozen, and then I'll tell you guys my contrasting words that I put down in my little journal. And yeah, I'll see you on the other side again. Okay, time for my thoughts. To start, let me just disclaim that these are my opinions, and my opinions only. And please comment down below what are your thoughts, and if you've seen the musical on Disney Plus or live. Just comment either or. It doesn't matter to me as long as you guys are nice about it. So, let's get to it. So, what I put down first was that in the musical, there was no Frozen Heart song, which is the beginning song of the Frozen animated movie. But also, it's like the musical had a kind of an intro song, like a brief, like the major plot point song, which I liked. But I was still bummed that there was no Frozen Heart song. But in the end, it's like both the animated movie and the musical were made at the exact different time. And it's like, even if they were, it makes no sense to make a musical based on every single wording of the movie. Because the Frozen musical, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna cut that part. Okay, what I thought was way better on the live musical part than the animated movie was that the parents were already scared for Elsa's powers to be seen from the get-go. And I just feel like that makes more sense to be afraid of because it's their daughter. And like, she's in the movie, she's depicted as she is 8 years old at the time. So it doesn't make a lot of sense now that I look at it that the parents aren't scared for their daughter because they don't know how other people are going to react. So yeah, that's my point. And then this point that I have to make, well, for starters, the Frozen animated film came out in 2013. And the Frozen live Broadway musical came out in 2016. So obviously the musical, the directors, they took from the movie part. But I think that it was really clever for them to add a snippet of Anna depicting why she loves summer so much and why, yeah. I feel like that's really important because in the movie, he sings a song about summer because he loves summer so much. So in the movie, it doesn't really make sense as to why he likes summer so much. We just have to like imagine it in our heads why. But now that the musical explained it, it makes sense. What shocked me even more is, so during the part in both films when Elsa accidentally strikes Anna with her powers, the kings, the trolls in the movie, or as in the musical, the tribe, they help Anna, obviously, in both films. But what's interesting is that in the musical, Elsa does ask to have her powers removed also. So I thought that was a really cool, like, detail to add. In the animated movie, their parents die when Anna is like 16 and Elsa is about like 17 or 18. But in the live musical, they're still kids. So I thought that was a really like shocking moment to discover. And I kind of think that the live musical decided that they were going to be kids because it made more sense for the plot. Because the musical, it like rearranged a lot because some of the songs that were in the animated film were not in the musical, but if they were like moved back a bunch, which leads me to my next one. Elsa's Let It Go song was pushed way back, and I think it's because how sets were moving, and obviously Let It Go was a really big, heavy set scene, and in the musical and the movie. So yeah, Kristoff and Anna briefly meet during the meet with Hans. So like after her song First Time in Forever, you know, in the movie she like trips on the boat and like that's how they meet. Well, she doesn't trip on the boat in the live, obviously, because you're on stage, there's no water. But they do meet awkwardly and that's how Kristoff and Anna and Hans briefly meet each other. And yeah. In the musical, Hans gets an intro song. Guys, I know he's a villain, but it's like, I love how my guy got an intro song. I think that was pretty great. Now we can check that off the list of villain songs, because pretty much every villain has their own song except for Hans, but now he does, but only in the musical version. Anna gets second winter outfit, which I think is adorable, even though it's not meant to cute. But I just think that the costumers in this live, like, Broadway musical did a phenomenal job with it all. There is a song in the musical that I loved, and that I hate that it wasn't in the animated film. It was called Huga or Uga. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's it's the Oaken song, and I think it's so funny, and I wished that it was in the animated film. But you know, in the animated film there is a First Time in Forever reprise. They didn't have that in the musical, but they had a Lose You. So my biggest question is that, do I like Lose You or the First Time in Forever reprise? Because they both have their strengths and weaknesses, but I feel like Lose You could have been in the animated film only because I would love to see, like, I would have loved to see Idina Menzel and Christian Bell. Sorry. I would have loved to see Idina Menzel and Christian Bell sing that song, because it's a really powerful song. And yeah. They had a bit with Olaf singing his version of Building a Snowman, and I thought it was the adorablest thing ever, because it just made a little more sense. And I think they tried to hide the fact that there was no marshmallow in the musical version, because he's like a 70 to 100 foot tall monster, and I believe that theater has its like limits, and I think that like reached the limit a lot. So I thought that was really cool. Elsa has a second blue two-piece costume, which I do believe that Elsa has a second blue two-piece costume, which I believe I may be wrong, but I believe with all my heart that Disney took that inspiration from her second outfit in the musical and put it on animated Elsa in Frozen 2 when she was like battling like the waves and stuff, because I saw some similarities in there. In the end of the musical, it didn't sit with me that Wesselton was forgiven, because in the animated film it's obvious that he's not forgiven at all and he's like not welcome back there anymore. But in the musical, all is forgiven, I guess. What do you guys think? I mean, comment down below. Like, do you believe Wesselton should have gotten a second chance? Well, in the end, I'm supposed to decide which is better, the musical Broadway version or the musical animated Disney version. Honestly, I can't compare them because they both have their strengths and their weaknesses, and they both are completely different from each other, which I love. And I just cannot wait to see it live, because I know in the near future I'm gonna see it live. But yeah, I can't compare it. Thank you guys so much for joining me on the Disneyverse today. And if you liked this video, if you found it completely helpful, just leave a like and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any Disneyverse that I have in store. And just drop a comment who's your favorite Frozen character, your Frozen song, and if you've seen the live Broadway version. So yeah, I will see you guys later, and remember, stay safe, stay magical, and don't be afraid to make your own Disneyverse. Thank you. Bye.